Alright, volume 14. Let's get into it. I think that light fixture right there, the porch light, is the very same fixture that we used to have on our shed at our old house. There were two of them on either side, and they were plastic. I don't think they were ever featured in any of my old videos because they were replaced a long time ago, but Sears, I think that's a Gateway one. I don't know. This is one of the few versions of Sears that I don't have yet. Oh, old Amana AC unit from 1965. Oh, is that a Hunter bath and dressing room? I think that is a small little Hunter. Yeah, wow, those are pretty rare. There we go. White button. This is from 1972. Original. White and brass with cane blades. Very pretty. I think this is one of those Gulf Coast spinners made by Sinlix. Or Commander with that canopy. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a Gulf Coast one. That tight weave cane, very pretty. This house has got some good fans. Old Kenmore 70 series washer. Direct drive. The dryer's been replaced, sadly. This one's from 1964. It's got this kind of vintage kitchen. I love it. And these cool light fixtures. Very cool. And there's a small Lasco American Classic with sort of ugly light kit, but pretty cool. I like those. In this very vintage looking bathroom, this old exhaust fan that I cannot tell what the brand is. Vanity fixture with the built-in lights is also really cool. It's too bad it looks like it's missing the cover there. From 1991. Oh, Hunter Berkeley. Oh, it's my childhood version. Brush nickel and cherry and oak blades. Well, oak on this side, the side facing down, and it's cherry on the other side, which is the one that we had. Fire X. Judging that the house is from 1991, it's probably a 1218. ESL 445 CT and another Fire X. Definitely see a small tint of green in there, so for sure 1218. There's also one of these older Hampton Bay carriage houses made by SMC with the Hampton Bay label on the side of the nose. Some people like those. Ooh! I think that's one of the old Reddingtons. Like the very first version of the Reddington. But these are pretty interesting and pretty uncommon from what I gather. They don't give us a good view of it, but there it is. And a newer system detector that probably replaced a ESL. Okay, this one's from 1930. Oh, that's cursed. That's cursed as hell. look at how those fans just cannot handle those heavy blade covers or whatever those are. And they're all saggy. I bet they don't even move it fast at all. Never meant for these. Look at this one too, on this Hunter. Yeah, those are bad for the fans. A Fire X in the middle of the kitchen. So every time they cook, that's gonna go off. A little spinner. Right, this one's from 1969. Nice. Chunky GE vent. Very chunky. It's been painted. The blade arms and the motor and everything else. The housing looks thicker and the GE vents look thinner, so I'm not sure. Oh, original. They painted the blade arms again, but like just the part that attaches to the rotor. Is that an original or is that a copy? Oh, it's yeah, they painted it. I can see the tag right there. So it is an original. An actual Hunter original. But they painted everything. It looks like the canopy used to be a different color, so maybe it was a brown or black one, I don't know. But at least they didn't replace it, so. Okay, this one is from 1960. There's a couple of generic huggers in here. There's a bottom mount spinner in here. That looks like the one I got. which I still need to make a video of and actually replace the broken light pull chain on. That might have used to have been fans, but something's missing from there, and there's a light there. A probe bracket, or one of the various rebrands. Those are always seem to be missing from their brackets for some reason. White hugger with stencil in this room. Close mount GE vent of some sort. I think that's a Moss Highline or whatever they were called. That's also a genuine light kit as well. That's the same light kit that was on the Moss Heirloom that I recently sold. There's another one. Although that one's got a 5 socket light kit, 5 globe. And an Emperor hugger. Oh, this one of those, the ones with the weird oblong housing with the filigree at the top. We recently figured out who made these, but I cannot remember. It wasn't Saf. Maybe Tatung? I can't remember. If anybody else remembers, please let me know in the comments, because I cannot remember who made these, but those are quite cool. Some people think they're ugly, but I like them. This one's from 1978, and it's got this really cool install of this bell canopy GE vent, but I'm not sure what the fan is. It's a very thick housing again. And that bell canopy is kind of... It doesn't seem like it's as flared outward like that. I don't know. It seems kind of weird to me. Another one of these things. The earlier carriage house. Okay, this one's from 1980. Oh, that's a GE. Like I said, the quality is terrible. Thanks, Aster Room, but that is 100% a GE, and it looks like it's been painted. And it's doing some weird distortion there, but I think that's just a 301. I was scrolling through the pictures, and it does appear in the pictures, and it's actually much better quality. And here, I'm not too sure, but I think I do see a lens there, so I think this actually may be an 8201-00 or 8202-00. I can't remember what the model number of the hardwired one was, but you know what I mean. But yeah, another testimony as to why Aster Room is the worst 3D tour. One is from 1978, GE. I think that's a GE. It's hard to tell. Oh yeah, definitely a GE. I can see the round logo. TC49A 1005 looks like. White base with the tab, although it could be. We did just recently find out that they did make these labeled TC49A 1054 in contractor model form, so once again Honeywell is continually confusing us. So, but this is most likely probably a 1005, and unfortunately it's not operating. It's kind of a cool ceiling design, this like blue sky with the clouds and this little Encon. I think that's like an Encon Nouveau. I think that's what those were called. And a lighted housing hugger. Fortunately, I think that's all we're gonna get. A stupid modern slim first alert, because it looks like it replaced something. This one's from 1970. Is it an SA76 RS? Yep, definitely an RS. The thin side vents. This one's from 1979. There's a BRK. Got the round base, so it could be either. We got some paint on the button, so it's impossible to see if it's powered. Here's one from 1985. 79R. Cool. Okay, this one is from 1979. Speed Queen! They've got a ceiling fan installed in the staircase. Too bad it's not a cool ceiling fan. Oh! Decon 350, the escape light version. There's 2 different types of test buttons they have, and I can't tell which one this one is. I think this one might be the regular version with like the strip of plastic. Is that an adapter horn? Could you imagine that going off right outside of your bedroom door? That's an interesting sight to see, especially in a house. It's from 1982. I think that is a SA769. Oh yeah, rectangle base, that's the SA769, just like the one that I have, with the normal SA76 RS cover, or the larger ring. This one's from 1957. Another 79R. Oh, I think this one's been painted. You can clearly tell that it's a dome button version. Although we can't tell if it was originally a white button, 79P, or if it was a 79R, so thanks to whoever did that. Oh my god, they just really slapped the paint over everything in this house, didn't they? Is it painted over GE? Is that a light fixture, or is that a detector? I don't think it's a light fixture, because that's the I don't know. Is a Dixie bell or Dixie buzzer right there. Okay, this one is from 1966. There's a Moss Tropical Breeze Deluxe, just like the one that I have. It is in very rough shape, though. This one's from 1953. Oh, this looks like a CEC. Oh yeah, that's definitely CEC, with that same pinstripe globe that I have that came on that plastic Lasco SMC Emperor later version. If it wasn't running, I could maybe tell. That motor housing looks a lot thinner than a Moss. I don't know. Maybe a Litex. I've got a Litex one that's got footprint vents and a Codep one that's kind of like this, but it's a relabeled Moss. But it has the same motor housing the Moss would have, but it's a little bit thicker. I've never seen one like this with that really thin housing like that. I believe that's an old Newtone model. I think I've seen that in their old 50s catalogs. This house is from 1955. It's got another one of those cool corner fireplaces. I think these are so wild. I'd love to have one of those in a house. I'm not sure what brand this is. This long one's supposed to be on one of either the left or right, depending on which way the plunger fires first. So right now it's just going to go ding ding with the way it's set up here. The two same length bells there. So whoever did that was a little bit stupid. That's a Firex FXB bracket, or possibly a Jameson. Newtone exhaust fan. Kind of a weird install underneath of the cabinets. I wonder what it looks like inside of there. It's pretty weird. Oh, they've got another corner fireplace down here, but they've put an electric heater inside of it, kind of catty corner like that. That's weird. That's a lot of outlets. This one is from 1950. Here we go. SA76RC, I do believe. With a dome button, it looks like. And wow, they've replaced the battery as recent as 2021. Oh, there we go. Charleston. Same exact one as mine. Antique brass, 2nd gen. This one's from 1974. Firenetics. F900D, 1st gen. With no horn, it would be their horn output hole. There's a hugger. I believe that's a Gulf Coast. It looks generic also. There is a CEC Georgian in brown. Another CEC Georgian in brown. This is an SMC. I think KB36 was the model of these. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's an older one. It's got the beehive canopy. Original wall choke. SMC. Cool. Here's one from 1968. A Little Emerson 1895 series. It's on a low ceiling adapter. That's pretty cool. This whole house is full of 1895 series. There's an antique brass one. Ooh, an ornate one. It's a later model, later version with the same smooth blade arms, but still, the ornate ones are very rare, and it's also got the turn of the century style blades with the pointier tip and the more squared off edges. A white version. This one's got Casablanca Classic blades. And that stencil, I have never seen that stencil before. That is some very unique stencil. Here. Oh, tool install? Yep. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. That is a beautiful install. This one's from 1964. SMC made Minuet. Baby Sears. I'm not sure what this is. Thought it was a hunter, like a summer breeze, but that is not a hunter. I don't know what that is. This one is from 1972. 1769 ACI. Oh, it is I thought it was a first gen version with the little metal bracket, but it's the second gen version. They just painted the mounting bracket, so it looked like it didn't have the skirt. It's a Gentex. I think that's a mini horn. Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. It's an apartment complex. Alright, this one's from 1958. It's kind of a mess, but there's a footprint vent hugger out here. Well, that's a stupid install. Uh-oh. Not again.
Somebody stole my ceiling!
What is going on with this light here? It's like they tried to hang it with... Oh, I see. They hung it with the chains there, and then that's like where the wire goes. Okay, that's weird. I think this may be the same thing that we just saw in that last house, but that was with the painted original, the other GE vent that was all painted white. I think this might be the same manufacturer of whatever that was, because it's got the same canopy, thick motor housing. Yeah, I think this may be the same one. It looked actually, and there's a generic hugger in here. Actually, that might be a CEC from 1964. Black & Decker with the cover open. SA80FC, or possibly... Oh, that's an SA80FC. I was going to say that might be an SA78RF, but I can see the metal sensor right there, so that means... Yeah, that's definitely the thinner base, so it's definitely a 80FC, although... Red in there, that might be just a reflection from the camera, or it could be just like the LED just showing like a reflection from the LED. I don't know. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, that's definitely an ADFC. Ooh, iGuide. This house is from 1981. Oh, Delta 2. This is just like... Well, not just like, because I see it has a knob there. This is almost like the one that I have, the first one I ever got. This one has Slumber 5, it looks like. Very cool. I'd like to find one of these very early Delta 2s with the Slumber 5. This one's from 56. Oh, I thought that was a chord tone. That's a Rittenhouse model. I can't remember what the name was, but it was like kind of a knockoff of the... No, this wasn't the one that was like the chord tone. This was like a regular 2-note one, but the cover just looked kind of like a chord tone. I couldn't find the model number, but the model name is the Avalon. Coverless something. Oh, it's a white button. SA67 or 79P. Oh, I don't think the cover's around anymore, or if it is, I can't see it, so unable to confirm which version it is. Go away, previews. Here is one from 1976. That's a nice install. Brown and brass R&M original on this really nice beam. And with some cool globes, shades as well. It's not a really... The fan itself isn't very interesting, but they've got it in the garage here. Kind of a random install. There's another original. White and brass, also R&M. What's this? It looks semi-generic, but it's got a bell canopy. Be an old Moss, maybe CEC product, I don't know. I have found something that is sure to send all of you into an early state of depression. Notice this fan, but look at the choke on the wall. So this was originally an old Evergo, probably. Montgomery Ward's Evergo. I see some green on there. So, yeah. That's very unfortunate. Yep. There's another one there. Probably controlled this one. It probably still controls that one. From 1966. Ooh! An ESL 706. Wow. Unfortunately, it's not powered, and the picture quality is a little bit too blurry to see if it has the old logo like mine. But that is definitely, you do not see those installed at all anymore. They are incredibly rare to find. There's another one, and I think, is this one powered? Maybe that might have just been a reflection. I don't think it's powered. So yeah, this would be the 706-2, the one with the interconnect. That came out a little bit later than the one I have. I think this is long enough, so that is probably going to be it for this volume. Close it off with a couple of ESLs. So thank you guys for watching, as always, and I will see you in the next video.